right, everyone. I am Shannon Ballman-Tice, the payroll queen, and today we are going to take a look at the W-4 equivalent instructions for Michigan. In Michigan, the W-4 equivalent form is the MI W-4. Makes it super easy to find. And I just type in Michigan W-4, and this was the link, the first link that I found, so I clicked on it. Everything here looks pretty standard. You need your full social security number, your name, but what it has that is not typical is the date of birth and the driver's license number or state ID, but I do believe it's required, but we'll get into I'll read the instructions later and we'll get this figured out. And then it asks if you're a new employee. And if yes, then the date of hire goes on here, which is super helpful for the people running payroll. And then then it's got the number of personal and dependent exemptions. See instructions. So there's a worksheet that you'll fill out and then put that number in line 6. And the additional amount you want deducted from each payroll, if the employer agrees, and you can put any amount in here. And the reasons that you would want to put a number here is if you always have to pay in and you want extra to be deducted from every paycheck so that you either pay in less or don't have to pay in. And if you claim exemptions from withholding because your Michigan tax liability is not expected this year, wages are exempt from withholding, you have to explain, or your permanent home domicile is located in the following Renaissance zone. And there's instructions that we'll cover later on this. And then we just need to sign under penalty of perjury that you certify the number of withholding exemptions claimed on this certificate do not exceed the number that you're allowed to claim. If claiming exemption from withholding, you certify that I do not anticipate a Michigan income tax liability for the year, then you sign it and date it. And the employer fills out the bottom. And the instructions to the employer is to keep a copy of the certificate with your records. All new hires must be reported to the state of Michigan, and you go to mi-newhire.com for information, and I'm sure the instructions on how to report new hires. If you guys want me to go and show you the Michigan new hire website, just comment below and I will record a video for that. In addition, a copy of this form must be sent to the Michigan Department of Treasury if the employee claims 10 or more exemptions or claims that they're exempt from withholding. You send a copy to Michigan Department of Treasury Tax Technical Section, P.O. Box 30477, Lansing, Michigan 48909. And now the fun instructions. You must submit a Michigan Withholding Exemption Certificate Form MIW4 to your employer on or before the date that employment begins. If you fail or refuse to submit this certificate, your employer must withhold tax from your compensation without allowance for any exemptions. Your employer is required to notify the Michigan Department of Treasury if you have claimed 10 or more personal or dependency exemptions or claimed that you are exempt from withholding. You must provide a new MIW4 to your employer within 10 days if your residency status changes or your exemptions decrease because A, your spouse for whom you have been claiming an exemption is divorced or legally separated from you or claims his or her own exemptions on a separate certificate, or B, a dependent no longer qualifies under the Internal Revenue Code.